welcome back inside the Van Ord Arena. We'll take another quick look at the matchup from a macro perspective. Calvin and Olivet meeting once again here. Calvin is 145 and 34 against Olivet all time. An incredible record for the Knights, who will look to continue that winning way tonight. The coaches in this game, Bill Saul is in his second season as the head coach of the Calvin men's basketball program. And Sam Hargraves for the Comet is also in his second season. Hargraves is looking to build on a season last year where the Comet struggled a little bit, finishing in last place in the standings for the MIAA at 3-11 in the conference. They were 6-19 overall. Saul building off of last year's 9-5 campaign in the conference, finishing second to Albion in the regular season standings, and ending the year with a 15-11 mark overall. Taking a look at the starters for tonight's game. For the Comets, it will be Noah Wisbury at a guard, Derek Johnson at a guard, Dane Voss at a guard, Britton Angel at a forward, and we'll look to get you the last starter there in a moment. For the Knights, it'll be Thad Szymanski at a guard, Uchenna Egekizi at another guard, Sam Leduc, the senior, at the third guard, Emmett Warners at a forward, and Brandon Paul at a forward. Both lineups have been introduced, and we are getting ready to go here from Van Ord Arena. Again, my name is Jeff Vanderploeg, and this is Calvin Knights men's basketball. The final starter for the Comets will be number 2, Eddie Thigpen. Meeting in the center circle, Brandon Paul there. He'll be joined by Dane Voss, and they will tip it off to begin this one. Again, a non-conference game here at the Van Ord Arena tonight. Brandon Paul will win the tip for the Knights. Szymanski runs it down. Olivet looking for their first victory of the season. The Knights looking for their second. And it'll go to Warners down low. Warners double teamed. Egekizi for 3 from the corner, no good. He gets his own rebound, goes in and finishes the putback layup. Good job of following his own shot there, Uchenna Egekizi, and he's on the board with 2 early. Now running to the lane, a floater is up and good for Derek Johnson. Johnson is the leading scorer so far this year for the Comets. He's averaging over 19 points a game in the 2 contests he has played in. Sam Leduc will tee up a 3 from the wing, and he got it. Good off-ball action, freeing up the senior for the open look, and he hits it there. And now a traveling violation is called on Wisbury. He'll turn the ball back over to the Knights. 5-2, Calvin leads it after a couple of possessions. Szymanski will go over to Leduc. Warner's once again down low. Warner's last night was pivotal, scoring on the interior for the Knights. He'll try to go against Thigpen, but his shot just short off the front iron. The Comets quickly the other way. Johnson up to Thigpen, thought about the 3. Wisbury now, driving into the lane, kicks it over. Nice find there. Dane Voss right under the basket. He receives the easy deuce. Olivet bench bringing some energy, making a lot of noise early, edging on the defense. Leduc, another 3. This one's just long. Johnson wanted to outlet the long pass. Now he does to Angel, but Angel is fouled by Szymanski as he tries to intercept the pass. It's a difficult situation for Szymanski there. He has to go for the ball that's floating through the air. But if he doesn't end up with it, there's no way to avoid the foul. He'll end up committing that first personal. Angel will inbound. Angel, a sophomore out of Crossroads Charter Academy in Big Rapids, Michigan. Thigpen from the top of the key, into the lane. Floater up, no good. And Warners will scrap down the rebound. Szymanski quickly on the break for the Knights. Paul with it inside. He'll back down against Voss. Trying to get back towards the basket, and his layup attempt too strong. Wiswery quickly the other way in the break, and that one's tipped out of bounds. Szymanski with the denial. Angel will once again inbound there from the sideline for the Comets. And as this game begins, I'd like to say a big thank you to all the Calvin Athletic staff and all of the administrative officials at the MIAA for helping these games to begin as Angel drives into the lane and scores. Didn't state it enough yesterday, but it is a blessing, and now Paul will get called for an offensive foul trying to set a screen. It is a blessing for all of these players involved in these teams and all of the people involved with these programs to be able to get a game in, no matter the circumstances, fans or not. This opportunity is not taken lightly by any of these players who have been testing and mask wearing and social distancing. They hope for it all to pay off with a fruitful season. Wiswery for three from the corner, no good, and Warners pulls down the rebound. Warners coast to coast, laying it up and in. Emmett Warner's so physical with the basketball in his hands going to the basket, and once again he proves effective in that method. Wiswery thought about a three, now drives to the basket. Left-handed shot is up and good, a good jump stop there. And he will get the Comets the lead, 8-7. They lead it here in the early goings. Now Paul. To Leduc, to Szymanski. Szymanski will pull up for three, that one's short. Looking to go out of bounds, and it will. Wiswery did not touch it. And so the ball will go to Comets. Calvin likes a lot of off-ball action, getting their bigs to get touches out near the three-point line and running their guards off of it, also letting their guards and bigs screen for each other on the backside. So far in this year has proved hard to guard, putting up 99 against Alma and a respectable number against Eastern Michigan as well. Now Warner's going coast to coast. He's fouled and he'll go to the line for two. Emmett Warner's assertive early. It's a couple of possessions in a row where he's gotten the rebound and taken it the whole way, daring someone to stop him, and if they do, he's looking to draw that foul call. He hits the first. Luke Sheffers checked into the game a couple of whistles ago. Now it'll be Jordan Catchy checking in for Brandon Paul. The first Olivet substitution of the game will occur as well. Logan Gunther, a junior out of Sheboygan, Michigan, will enter the game, replacing Voss. For a team that's 0-4, you can tell that Olivet knows that they are better than their record shows, and they are excited trying to prove that here tonight. Good energy from the Comets so far. Now Wiswery unable to keep his feet and he travels. It'll be a turnover going to the Knights. Wiswery will head to the bench, and into the game it'll be Delbert Redfield. Now Sheffers with the ball. Pull-up jumper in the lane is good. A nice screen there, frees him for the easy deuce. Luke Sheffers, the freshman, with a nice job finding his shot there. Thigpen for three from the wing. Rims out. Several players battling for the rebound. Catchy had it, but he traveled. That'll be Ryan Robinette out of Escanaba, Michigan, into the game. Several players from the northern Michigan area in the game right now for the Comets. Now Angel will try a two from the baseline, no good. Emmett Warner's called for the charge as he pushes off with the off arm. And that's where the assertiveness can bite you. Warner's will pick up his first. Redfield will slowly walk it up for the Comets. That one's tapped out of bounds as Angel cut, and they'll say it's off the Knights. Saul asking for a bit of a discussion between referees. The ball will stick with the Comets here. To the basket, a layup attempt, but it's stuffed by Warners. Robinette tried to lay one up, and Warners was having none of it. Szymanski, a floater, and it's good. Crossing over past Angel. There's a deuce for Thad. And the Knights lead at 12-8. Outside now, the ball goes to Robinette. He'll try to kick down low. Layup up, no good. Just off the rim for Gunther. Now in the corner, Egakizi, and the Knights will rotate over to Szymanski on the left wing. Szymanski rejects the screen, kicks it to Catchy underneath, and the left-handed layup is good. Catchy's so under control, so smooth, yet powerful. He's finished incredibly well around the rim. Taking his time and making sure he gets it up off the glass. Jordan Catchy has been a really nice player so far, really stepping up for the Knights once again there, providing more offense than really the Knights saw from him last year, and now a traveling violation on Robinette turns it back over to the Knights. Paul will re-enter, as well as Minderhoud. Egakizi and Warners will sit down. Nate Minderhoud, a junior, hit a 3 last night. Another player known for his defense out of Covenant Christian High School. Sheffers gets inside. Paul will tee up a 3 from the top of the key, no good. And the Comets will scrap down the rebound. They try a pass through the middle, and it'll go the other way. Gray Tumanen, who has checked into the game, commits the turnover. Also checked in for the Comets, Drew Moore, sophomore out of Forest Hills Northern High School right here in Grand Rapids. Now Leduc into Catchy against Robinette. Catchy over to Paul. 10 on the shot clock. Leduc gets past everyone and lays it in. Some defensive miscommunication from the Comets there as they lost Sam Leduc as he rounded the corner. Sam Leduc with 5 now in this contest. Inside, Dane Voss receives the pass. Layup up, no good. Good defense by Nate Minderhoud to stay straight up and contest there. Brandon Paul goes inside and he's hacked. Olivet got their money's worth there on that foul. It looks like it'll go against Voss. And we'll get a 30-second timeout on the floor before Paul shoots the free throws. Olivet will take a timeout. And with 12 minutes and 22 seconds to play in the first half, Calvin leads at 16-8. We'll take a look at the stats so far. Sam Leduc with those 5 points leads the Knights. And for Olivet, 4 players with 2 to make up their 8 here in the early goings. Points in the paint, Calvin leads at 12-4. That's an area that we saw the Knights dominate in yesterday. And once again today, off to a good start. And it's really coming from a lot of different players. Brandon Paul is able to score in the interior. Egakizi does a great job of getting to the basket and getting rebounds in there. Szymanski, obviously known for his jumper, but he is so crafty and able to get to the paint and score as well. Catchy with 2 there as well today. Obviously an emphasis of Coach Saul's team so far this year, and you've seen that play out in all the games that the Knights have played. Points in the paint continue to be the driving force for this offense. Paul splits the pair. The Knights lead at 17-8. Up top with it is Dre Tumanen. Now we'll go over to Moore. Moore with a pull-up jumper from the free throw line, no good. And Dane Voss called for a foul, trying to get the rebound over Brandon Paul. That'll be Dane Voss's 3rd already. So Voss will take a seat. Logan Gunther will head back in. Olivet short-handed for size with Voss in foul trouble. And now an offensive foul as Sam Leduc unable to set his feet before setting the screen. 3rd offensive foul on the night so far in this one. Kelvin trying to run smooth offense, and they've gotten some good looks, but a bit of an issue with the fouls on the offensive end. Thigpen now will bring it up the court. He swings to Angel. Angel will pull up on the baseline, and he hits. Nice little left-handed floater there from Britton Angel. 17-10. Warner's on the wing. The Knights trying to get it inside to Paul. Now they do on the short corner, but it's congested over there. He's trying to work against Gunther. He picks up his dribble. Minderhout will try a 3, and he hits. Nate Minderhout is shooting the ball incredibly well so far. Not necessarily a shoot-first player, but when he goes for it, they have been falling so far this year. He hit him at Eastern Michigan. He hit one again last night. And now there's another make for Nate Minderhout. Brandon Paul saves the ball as it got out of control on the break. Sam Leduc for 3, no good. And the Comets will pull down the rebound. Thigpen trying to go quickly on the break. The Knights get back well. Johnson against Egakizi gets a screen. Towards the baseline, he lost the handle. Good job getting back in transition defense by the Comets as well. Egakizi, his floater is no good. Wisbury will push immediately to Johnson. Angel for 3, and he hits. Good look there by Derek Johnson. And Britton Angel setting the feet well, scoring on the fast break. The Knights will take a timeout here, and so will we, with just over 10 minutes to play in the first half. They lead it 20-13. We'll be right back in a moment after this. Welcome back inside the Vennord Arena. Warners will inbound to Egakizi, and the Knights have the Illinois freshman lineup in the game right now. Egakizi, Sheffers, and a new player into the game just now, Marcus Bolt out of Wheaton, Illinois. 3 freshmen out of the state of Illinois in the game right now as Emmett Warners puts back his own miss. 2 more for Warners there. Gunther now, as the Knights looking to get a little bit of a pressure defense going. It's split immediately by Thigpen, who found the crease and got to the basket. I think the Knights tried to go into a bit of a pressing zone there. I couldn't see exactly. Wasn't set up for long enough. Minderhoud tries another three, and he hits again. Nate Minderhoud is shooting it with confidence. 10-point lead for the Knights. Johnson rejects a screen, and he'll swing to Thigpen. Thigpen puts up a contested shot. They'll get a foul call on Emmett Warner's. A frustrating call there, and Warner's knows it, that that's not the one he wants to go for. That'll be his second. Thigpen just off the rim, no good. Katchy and Szymanski return. Second free throw, no good there. Thigpen misses them both. A missed opportunity. Minderhoud doesn't think, just throws this one, doesn't go in. A bit of a heat check there from the junior. Driving inside, Thigpen, good defense from Minderhoud to stay straight up. And Sheffers is immediately away in the break. Katchy trapped on the baseline, and he stepped out of bounds. Got a little bit ahead of his feet there, did Jordan Katchy. And it'll go the other way to the Comets. Agakizi will replace Minderhoud. Looks like Angel will replace Gunther, and Olivet going extremely small right now. Robinette spins to the basket and scores. And Wisbury with a steal off the inbounds pass, a crafty play by the sophomore. Thigpen goes inside, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for two. That's what Noah Wisbury does. He's played the game for a long time. Or at least that's what it seems like when he plays. He's got that old man craftiness. Finds a way to get his hands on the basketball. He provides Thigpen the opportunity to get a couple more free throws. And he misses his third in a row. The Comets right now have Thigpen, I would say, at the 5 at 6'5". Then Ryan Robinette at the 4 at 6'3". Britton Angel, he's 6'4", he's at the 3. And then you got Wisbury and Johnson at the guards, both 6-foot players. Johnson listed at 6'2", as well as Wisbury. Thigpen hits the second. Now the Comets will sub in Chris Martin, a 6'5" senior. Still, though, the Knights with the size advantage with Brandon Paul inside. He'll spin, put one off glass, no good. And Johnson runs down the rebound. The Comets are away in the break. Robinette, Thigpen. Johnson for three, just off the rim. And the Knights all hit the ball off each other. They'll say it went off Martin. Good job by Calvin recognizing who hit it last. They'll let it go out of bounds. And Sheffers will set up the offense for the Knights. 25-18, under 8 to play. Sheffers for three, he's fouled. Wisbury will commit that one, and Sheffers will get 3 at the line. He hits the first. Wonder if Sheffers was thinking drawing the foul when he went up there with a 3. He misses the second. Either way, he'll get third try here. Minderhoud leading the way for the Knights now with 6 after a couple of triples. Sheffers hits the third, and it's a 9-point game. Calvin's defense playing well so far. Holding the Olivet to 40% shooting from the floor. And Wisbury will travel. The ball goes back to the Knights. Szymanski at the top of the key. He pulls for three and hits. Another one of those off-ball screens setting up an open night for three. Thigpen will attack from the top against Katchi. Puts up a hook shot and scores. That's an athletic finish from Eddie Thigpen there with the left hand over the outstretched arms of Katchi. Good defense, better offense. Sheffers in the lane. He hangs and hits there. A nice little floating jump shot for Luke Sheffers. Wiswary coast to coast. He scores and one. Calvin not able to set up defensively, and Wiswary goes right away. Wiswary will shoot one more. It'll be Delbert Redfield coming in to the game for Derek Johnson. Wiswary converts the three-point play, and it's once again a 9-point game. And now an off-the-ball foul is called as Ryan Robinette grabs a hold of Ad Szymanski. Fifth foul there for the Comets. The Comets will be in the single bonus as the Knights have committed 7. Leduc at the top of the key, and they'll swing. Agakizi gets a screen, trying to hop inside, off the glass, and in. What an athletic finish from Uchenna Agakizi. Chris Martin goes inside Agakizi with a steal. The Knights are away in the break. Agakizi tries to get it inside to Paul. Chris Martin got it back, but it goes back to Agakizi. He finds Leduc open for three. Pump fake reload. Szymanski now, he'll fire up the three, and it's no good, but Warner's with the board to Szymanski, and he's fouled going into the lane. A flurry of activity there. Lots happening on the floor. Uchenna Agakizi, that's what happens when he's around the basketball. The pace increases. As long as he can keep himself under control on the offensive end, he can create a lot of mistakes and a lot of problems for opposing players with his activity and his hands on defense. You see it there once again, another tip away, leading to positive offense for the Knights. Szymanski hits the first. Misses the second. And Redfield the other way for the Comets. Thigpen in the lane. Shot up, no good. Agakizi kick out. Paul open for three, and that one just rims out. Angel will run down the rebound. Martin was leaving Paul wide open there for three. And Brandon Paul has shown that he can hit those. Thigpen easy off glass, just overpowering Sam Leduc. A mismatch there for the Comets. And Eddie Thigpen is good for two. We'll get a timeout here from the Knights, I believe, as that makes it a 10-point game. Taking a look at the scoring once again, 3 players at the top of the scoring sheet for the Knights. Sheffer, Szymanski, and Minderhout with 6. Leduc and Warner's right there with 4 as well. Thigpen and Angel lead the way for the Comets with 7 apiece. Wiswary with 5. Taking a look at the game stats, Calvin shooting 50% from the floor. Olivet up that mark to 45%. And taking a look at the points in the paint, once again, Olivet has begun to battle back there. 18-14, Calvin's advantage has slimmed, and that's a lot of Eddie Thigpen going to work there on the interior. a lot of times he gets into situations that don't look like the best opportunity to put up a shot, and he's able to make them anyways. Calvin needing to find an answer for Thigpen if they want to keep the momentum and maintain the large lead that they have as of right now. Calvin will head to Alma for their second contest against the Scots this week on Saturday, 3 p.m. in Alma. That will once again be a non-conference game. Brandon Paul up top now to go to Leduc, trying to get it to Szymanski inside, who has a mismatch as the point guard. Now Paul will get it, and he kicks it to Szymanski, who's open on the short corner. His jumper's no good, and Egakizi taps the rebound out of bounds. Under 5 minutes to play. The Comets looking for a run to draw this one a little closer here in the first half, and there's the start to it. An easy deuce there for Martin. That play set up nicely by Johnson. Egakizi for three on the kick out from Paul, no good. Leduc battling for the board. It goes to Warner's, and he missed the layup. And now a foul on Leduc, and Warner's frustrated with himself. That one was as close as you can get there. Not often you've seen him fail to convert on those short attempts. Sheffers will check into the game for Leduc. At the line for the Comets, it's Drew Moore. He gets the first. And he'll get them both. Moore denying Sheffers the ball there. Calvin wanting Luke Sheffers to bring it up the floor, but Olivet not allowing that, so Egakizi will. Calvin really with 2 point guards in the game with Szymanski and Sheffers. But Egakizi the one with those roles right now. Now Jordan Catchy will battle for an offensive rebound and get Olivet to tap it out of bounds. Sheffers at the top of the key now with 13 on the clock, now 10. Warner's against Robinette, tries to spin to the baseline, finds Catchy and he lays it in, plus the foul. Nice play there by Jordan Catchy cutting to the basket, bailing out Emmett Warner's as he found his way to the baseline. A well-timed cut for Jordan Catchy will get him a chance at a three-point play. Jordan Catchy not scoring at quite the rate that we have seen him in the past couple of games, but really that's not something that the Knights necessarily need from him. His skill set as a big is much more trained towards stopping other bigs and finishing in a two-man game. He missed the free throw. His offensive output has been a welcome surprise, though, so far for the Knights. Cutting to the basket, Robinette. Robinette no good. Warner's trying to go inside. Loses the ball momentarily and now kicks out to Sheffers. Egakizi into the lane, and he'll fire and score. Uchenna Egakizi with a good jump stop there, and he'll fire that one in for two. Martin going inside, fouled by Sheffers. Sheffers, nothing he could do there with big Chris Martin barreling down the lane, just reached in and made sure he didn't make the layup. Make him earn it at the line. However, that will be the third on Luke Sheffers in this one, so Szymanski's break on the bench will only be short. He'll come right back into the game. Martin unable to convert there on the second free throw. 9-point game, under 3 to play in the first half. Szymanski is double teamed as soon as he catches it off the off-ball screen. Agakizi goes inside and is fouled by Britton Angel. Uchenna Agakizi having a very nice game. He's got 6 so far. Chance for a couple more here. We'll get a correction here on the foul. That'll go against Britton Angel. Still no foul trouble for the Comets other than Dane Voss with 3. Sheffers with 3, the only foul trouble for the Knights. Agakizi unable to convert there on the first free throw. Kelvin only shooting 5 of 10 from the line so far in this one. Actually make that 5 of 12 after 2 misses from Agakizi. Martin now goes inside, kicks out. 3 ball on the way, no good. And a battle for the board, it'll fall to Jordan Catchy, but he turns it back over. Martin going inside, and they'll let him play there. A lot of contact causing Catchy to lose it, a lot of contact on Martin there. No fouls called on either side, and that one will be tipped out of bounds by Ryan Robinette diving on the floor. Brandon Paul receives the inbounds pass. Szymanski open for 3 from the wing. Just a bit strong, but he'll get his own rebound, and now he'll be called for a foul. Almost had it. So Angel will go to the line. Only the second for Szymanski. Angel will get the pair. Angel, a left-handed shooter. Leduc will come in to replace Szymanski. So it's Leduc, Agakizi, Minderhoud, Catchy, and Paul on the floor right now. Britton Angel will convert on both of those, making it a 7-point game here. Now travel called on Brandon Paul. That has been his nemesis, the traveling call. He's able to gain position, and he does a good job of finishing the basket as long as he keeps his pivot foot on the ground. Olivet looking to draw even closer here at halftime, despite Kelvin being ahead by 10 for most of this first half. The Comets trying to keep this one in striking distance so that hopefully they can be the team to control the second half as Agakizi taps one out of bounds. Kelvin hoping that they can keep a hold on this one and head to the half with the lead that they held for so much of this first half. 10 on the shot clock, big pin at the top of the key. To the corner. 3 ball blocked. Moore gets his own rebound inside, and the layup is good. Good job persisting with the basketball there by Moore, and he makes a play, finding Tuominen there for the basket. Five-point game, under a minute to play in the first half, and the bench for Olivet providing the energy. Leduc trying to get past his man. Loses the ball a couple of times, gets it back. 9 on the shot clock, no dribble. Agakizi with 7, now 5. Pull-up jumper from the elbow, no good. And Katchie gets the rebound, unable to finish. Thigpen quickly the other way. Goes to the basket and he's fouled by Brandon Paul. The Comets in a flurry right now. Thigpen with a chance to make it a three-point game. Shot clock turned off. The Knights will have the opportunity for the last shot of the half. Offense for defense, Warners and Szymanski will get a chance to come in for that offensive possession. As well as Sheffers. Angel will replace Chris Martin. Martin with a good run there for the Comets. Olivet setting up defensively, getting ready for Calvin to try to take the last shot. Thigpen will get a chance here to take a second free throw. And he misses both. Sheffer's able to clear the board for the Knights. He will slow it down up top. Guarded by Tuominen. Egakizi will hold now as the Knights will set it up. Szymanski in the corner. Katchie and Warner's at the elbows. Now Sheffers with 10. Works to his left. Bounce pass inside for Warner's with 5. Trying to get inside. Goes up and he's fouled. Good patience there by Emmett Warners. With under a second left in the first half, he'll get a chance at a couple of free throws. Stick around here at halftime. Dr. Jim Timmer, the athletic director, will be joining us after a few minutes to take a look at the stats and give you a bigger look at what's going on in the world of Calvin athletics here during this January season. Lots of exciting things as both Calvin and the nation start to rebound out of the COVID-19 pandemic, and hopefully that rebound can include some athletic activities picking up as the spring continues. Warner's able to hit the first free throw. He hits them both. Caleb Cleary will come in to defend here, as well as Marcus Bolt. Make sure the Knights don't get any fouls on guys they need to have around for the second half. Only 0.7 seconds to play in the first half, and Thigpen unable to get one off, so that will be it for the first half. 41-34. The Knights lead it after one half of play. Check back in here in a couple minutes. We'll have an update on this one as well as the world of Calvin sports. Well, for right now, I hope you can hear me as we're getting ready to go here in the second half. I'm not sure. I think we were dealing with some technical difficulties. I will soldier on and see how well it's going. And to start the second half, Olivet immediately on the board. A banked in three by Derek Johnson. And that'll make it a 4-point game. Now a missed layup there by Brandon Paul. Derek Johnson will go the other way. And now the ball stripped away from Dane Voss. Sam Leduc will dive on the floor to keep it with Szymanski. Over to Paul, and he slams it down. The big man running the floor, and Szymanski rewards him. Nice play there by Thad to free it up. And now a three on the way from Derek Johnson, no good. Warners will run down the board. He goes all the way, and he scores and one. A blocking foul on Dane Voss, and that'll be the fourth on Voss. A big blow to the Comets there. Voss trying to take the charge. Unfortunately picks up another foul. Comets starting power forward. Gonna have to head back to the bench. Free throw good there for Emmett Warners, and that'll make it a 9-point game. Calvin with a quick 5-point answer after Olivet made it a 4-point game to start the second half. Britton Angel for three from the corner, and it's good. A nice play by Ryan Robinette, penetrating into the lane and finding the open shooter. Now Warner's on the wing. And Thigpen reaches in and fouls against Brandon Paul. So Brandon Paul will give Thigpen his second. Warners inside to Paul, and Paul called for the offensive foul. Calvin really trying to get Brandon Paul going, as Jim Taylor said there at halftime. Trying to run their offense through him a little bit. Just struggled to find a bit of the rhythm. Thigpen going in for a layup, no good. Put back good for Robinette, and Emmett Warners is down underneath the basket. He's grabbing his left ankle. I think he landed on it weird, coming down from contesting the shot from Eddie Thigpen there. And we will step away for a moment and hope and pray here that everything's all good with Emmett Warners. Be back in a moment with more Calvin basketball. Warner's able to walk off under his own power there. That is very good to see for everyone involved. The Knights will try to go back to work, but Brandon Paul has it poked away from him. Noah Wisbury, however, turns it right back over on the break. The Knights go quickly to Uchenna Agakizi, and he's unable to keep a hold on it, but it's knocked out of bounds by Robinette. 46-42, 17:35 to play in the second half. Calvin holding on to a 4-point lead as Olivet is battled back with 5 points of their own. Szymanski, a leaner, no good, gets his own rebound, dumps it off Agakizi, and he'll lay in an easy layup. A nice job on the offensive rebound by Thad Szymanski. He's gotten a couple of those to make a couple plays. That'll boost Calvin's lead back to 6, and we'll get a 30-second timeout here taken by the Comets. Taking a look at the current situation in the statistics for this one. Olivet shooting it just barely better than Calvin from the floor, 45.7 from the floor, whereas Calvin is 45% flat from the floor. However, Calvin with more turnovers, 10-9. So Olivet not quite getting the same second chance opportunities that Calvin is. But overall, the shooting and the shots pretty even in this one. And that's what leads to the 48-42 game. Inbounding now, Thigpen will go the other way. Puts up a layup for the Comets, no good. Rebound by Leduc, and the Knights are away on the break. Agakizi will swing it over to Leduc. Paul looking to get it inside, he's fouled by Robinette. Paul has a size advantage on Robinette and Thigpen and whoever's guarding him inside. Just hasn't quite been able to get it going. Only 3 points on the game so far for Brandon Paul. Szymanski to inbound underneath. The Knights line up 4 across the baseline. Szymanski for 3, just short. Bedfield clears the rebound, quickly pushes ahead to Britton Angel. Layup up, no good. And Agakizi will grab the board. But his pass is tipped, and the Comets are off on the run. Angel, another rebound, no good. Redfield, no good. Catchy will clear the board. And the run game is just firing back and forth across the court for both teams right now. However, neither able to convert. And now we'll get an offensive foul on Brandon Paul. That's his 4th foul. So he will have to take a seat. Eli Sensenig into the game. Dre Tumanen across midcourt. He'll hand it over to Eddie Thigpen. He'll try a 3 and he hits. Jordan Catchy gave him too much space. That bucket's on the scouting report as the plan was to give Thigpen space, let him shoot it. That time he knocks it down. Catchy gets it at the elbow. Szymanski going inside, runner up, no good. He gets another offensive rebound, puts one up, no good. Catchy scraps down the board and finishes underneath. Jordan Catchy with such strength underneath to grab the ball and put it back up and in while being poked at from all sides. Thigpen going inside. Sensenig there to defend, and he stays straight up. A good job turning away that shot as Thigpen's unable to convert. Szymanski goes inside and lays in with a left hand, just too quick for Thigpen to stay in front. The Knights stretch the lead back to 7, and we'll get a timeout from Olivet as they can feel the momentum shifting towards the white jerseys. We'll step away for this timeout and be back with more Calvin basketball. welcome back inside the Nord Arena. 52-45, Kelvin leads it over the Comets. And the Comets looking to make another one of those runs to draw this game close. Britton Angel on the wing, now he goes to Chris Martin. Martin swing pass to Ryan Robinetti, lost the ball, and Sheffers is away. He goes to Catchy, who is unable to lay it in as he got poked from behind, but Sheffers comes up with the ball, and now a foul will be called on Martin in the scram. Calvin will get it on the sideline. Catchy wanted to dunk it, but he got poked from behind and thrown off balance and was unable to adjust and lay it in. Eli Sensenig to inbound for the Knights. Sheffers inside, tries a fading shot off glass, no good. Then Robinette pulls down the board. Chris Martin driving against Catchy, kick out, Robinette thought about it. Pull up jumper from the elbow, no good. And Sheffers will push immediately to Minderhout, back up top Sheffers. Now Szymanski working one-on-one against Robinette, and he'll be called for the walk. Olivet picking it up defensively here, able to string a couple of stops together. We'll see if they can try to build on that momentum with a bucket here on this end. Moore will swing to Martin for three. He hits. Jordan Catchy being told to lay off the Olivet big men, and now both Thigpen and Martin have both hit a three. Foul goes against the Comets. That'll be against Tuminen. So the Knights will inbound. Catchy, Sensenig, Sheffers gets it on the baseline. Minderhout for three from the corner, no good. The Comets tip the rebound around, but Catchy comes up with it. And now going up with the layup attempt, Sheffers will be called for the charge. Saul cannot believe the call, and I hear him on this one. Sheffers slid to the side and made minimal contact with the defender, Tuminen there. It's one of those bang-bang plays. Every once in a while, it goes the other way. I believe that'll be 4 on Sheffers. It is. He's got 6 points and 4 boards in this one. But with the 4 fouls, he will head to the bench, and Uchenna Agakizi will come back in. He has no fouls, which is just shocking to me that he can play so aggressive and so fast and do so without fouling. Now Chris Martin goes inside. He has it stripped, and it'll go the other way. Nice hands by Thad Szymanski to poke that one away, and Marcus Bolt will come into the game replacing Sensenig. Calvin doing this without Warners right now, who looks like with his shoe off and ice on his ankle is going to remain unavailable for the rest of this one. So it'll lie to a couple of younger players to fill in his spot there at the 4. Agakizi goes up with the layup, turned away. Moore and Angel on the break for the Comets. Now Moore will finish after a nice lob pass from Angel. 52-50, it's a 2-point game. The Comets have life. Catchy on a nice pass from Thad Szymanski. The patience in the pick and roll. Thad just takes his time, gets to his spot, and finds his guy. Excellent touch and excellent presence of mind there by Szymanski. 3-ball on the way, no good there for Derek Johnson, who has been held quiet so far tonight. Only 5 points, averaging 19 a game. Johnson not filling it up like he's used to. Bolt for 3 from the corner, just short. And Szymanski trying to chase down another offensive rebound. He does it again. The point guard. That's another rebound. He has 3, all on the offensive end. And he's stripped by Angel. And now Agakizi will commit his first foul of the game. Now Derek Johnson able to hit from the logo, but it doesn't count after the whistle was blown. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout here from the Knights. They will check on the timing. I believe it'll be a 30-second timeout. Actually, it's a full timeout for the Knights. 54-50, they lead it. But Olivet is making the charge back. Britton Angel has climbed to the top of the scoring charts for the Comets with 12. Eddie Thigpen right behind him with 10. For the Knights, Emmett Warners, whose night is most likely complete, has 10 points to lead the way. So he has already contributed. We'll see if the rest of the Knights can pick it up the rest of the way. Agakizi, Szymanski, Katchi with 8, Sheffers and Minderhout with 6, Leduc with 5. So Calvin's balanced scoring you see once again on display, leading to that total of 54. Not looking like the Knights are going to be sniffing 100 points tonight like they were last night. The Olivet defense doing a much better job containing Calvin's shooting. That number for Calvin sits at 41%, and for the Comets sits at 42. Rebounding-wise, Calvin leads the battle 38-26. We just haven't been able to turn quite as many of those into offensive opportunities as they would like, especially on the offensive end. Calvin with 12 offensive rebounds. And now a turnover from Johnson. Szymanski the other way. And the Olivet player falls down, backpedaling, clearing the lane for Thad to lay it in for 2. Ryan Robinette was there in position and couldn't stay on his feet. Angel will kick off. Chris Martin will try another 3, and he hits again. It's a 3-point game, 1 possession. Chris Martin, another 3-ball. That gives him 9. And now Agakizi at the elbow. He'll go to Marcus Bolt, trying a 3, no good. Angel picks up the rebound. High energy basketball from the Comets right now, trying to complete the comeback. Johnson against Katchi, and it's poked away by Agakizi. And now a blocking foul on Chris Martin as Agakizi bumped out of the way there. Agakizi, a player who could end up on the record sheet for Calvin after 4 years in terms of steals. One of the most active pair of hands I've seen in a basketball game. And he continues to make that impact offensively. Once again there with the Comets feeling momentum, comes up with a big poke away. And now a foul called on the Knights. I couldn't tell on who it was. They'll call it against Szymanski for a push-off, and Szymanski pleads his case, but the other way the ball will go. Ryan Robinette to inbound to Johnson, and the Comets have a chance to tie it up here with a 3-ball. Thigpen. He'll lay it off. Angel for 3. No good. That shot a little forced there for the Comets. Angel going just a little bit out of rhythm, giving Calvin the opportunity to stretch the lead back out. Agakizi loses it though, and Johnson is going the other way. And he'll lay it in over top of Sensenig. 1-point game. Connor Falk is set to come in for his first action of the night right here as the going gets good. Jordan Catchy spins and scores off a nice find from Szymanski. That duo has been working well together offensively so far tonight. Johnson trying to get past Egakizi. Robinette does. Lays it up and in with the left hand and the slashing drive. Egakizi on the wing. He'll kick to Szymanski. Guarded by Johnson, he'll get a screen now. Patrolling into the lane to Eli. Sensiting, he's blocked. Huge block from Eddie Thigpen, and a jump ball called. A great find by Szymanski, but a great recovery by Eddie Thigpen to reject that shot. It'll stay with the Knights. Counter clock in for Egakizi. He'll get a quick breather. I'm sure he'll be back in soon. Sheffers with 4 on the bench. So Szymanski has been playing a lot of consecutive minutes here. Now a foul called on Robinette as he gets physical with Catchy. Robinette has been excellent defensively inside against Brandon Paul and Jordan Catchy. He is undersized, only 6'3", labeled as a guard, but playing like a 4 right now and defending just about as well on the interior as you can ask. Jordan Catchy will head to the line. First free throw is good, he'll get the bonus. The entire Olivet bench is standing, trying to bring some energy. Calvin right now looking for a bit of that energy. A lot of nonchalant faces there on the Knights side of half court. 60-57, they hang on by 3 as of right now with just over 9 to play in the second half. Leduc with a poke away, it'll go over the timeline. Now Johnson will kick. Robinette to Thigpen, trying a 3, just long. He gets his own board, and he's fouled. Saul imploring the Calvin Knights to rebound. The Comets with a fresh 20 in the shot clock after finding a way to get that O-board. In for the Comets is Tumanen and Wiswery. In for the Knights, Sheffers with those 4 fouls, he will enter, as well as Nate Minderhout. Now Connor Kalk trying to defend against Britton Angel, but he stepped out of bounds. That'll be a turnover. Angel will give it back to the Knights. Still a 3-point game. Coach Hargraves trying to keep the energy up. Seeing if his Olivet Comets can find their way back into this one. Szymanski thought about it. He'll go inside, dump it off to Catchy. Lots of hands pushing against the ball there. Catchy up with a layup, no good. He gets the rebound over to Connor Kalk. He'll swing to Szymanski. Now he goes in and lays it in acrobatically. Thad Szymanski really taking control of the Calvin offense right now with Emmett Warner's out. Asserting himself going to the basket, and there's 2 for Thad. And now a walk called on Britton Angel. He'll turn it over for the second possession in a row. Now Brandon Paul will come in to spell Jordan Catchy. So Paul and Sheffers on the floor with 4 fouls for the Knights. Dane Voss, the only player with 4 for the Comets, and he remains on the bench. Szymanski going inside, blocked by Tumanen. Robinette the other way, going to the basket, and he lays it in. The Comets keep it within 3. Pull-up jumper, Sheffers, no good. Thigpen with a board. Wiswery thought about a 3, goes to the basket, and he lays it in. It's a 1-point game. The Comets continue to scrap back. And Knights were fully in control for most of the first half. The Comets have been scrappy and continually coming back. Great energy from that sideline, and now we'll get a foul on Olivet. I believe that they will send Sheffers to the line. And they'll say he was in the act of shooting, so he gets a pair. 62-61, Calvin leads it just over 7 to play. First is good for Sheffers, the freshman out of St. Charles, Illinois. Dane Voss will enter with 4 fouls. Both coaches beginning to roll the dice with players who are playing with foul trouble. Sheffers misses the second. It's a 2-point game. Johnson gets a screen from Voss. Thigpen going inside, and he lays it in with the left hand. We got a tie game at 63. Szymanski for 3. He's got nothing. Johnson, a long 3 ball. He got it! Olivet takes the lead, 66-63. Now a kick there from Dane Voss. And we'll get a timeout for Kelvin. Olivet leading this one 66-63. 6.5 to play in the second half. The explosion from Olivet has brought them to the lead here in the second half. Olivet, like I said in the pregame, an 0-4 ball club as of right now, but that is not indicative of the Comets' strength as a ball club. Playing 2 Division I schools, a Division II school, and a powerhouse in the NAIA classification. Olivet yet to play someone who is around the level of the MIAA conference in which they'll compete this year. This game, the first of that sort for the Comets, and they are taking advantage here, coming alive in the second half. Derek Johnson hit that 3 to give the Comets the lead. He only has 10, averaging 19 a game. Thigpen and Angel both have 12 to lead the way for the Comets. Martin with 9, Robinette with 8, and Wiswery with 7. Those are the leaders for the Comets. Szymanski, Katchy with 12. That duo has been good on the pick and roll for the Knights, and they both are in the game here to play with 6.5 to play in the second half. Agakizi and Sheffers with 8 and 7 respectively. Minderhout with 6 and Leduc with 5. Inbounded once again here. Dane Voss will kick the inbounds pass once again. Big Sheffers struggling to get it in there. Trying to enter it to Brandon Paul, but unable to do so. Szymanski will send it over the top to Paul. Calvin trying to get some off-the-ball screens to get shooters free. Szymanski turns it over. And now a travel is called on Wiswery. He'll turn it back over. Wiswery in disbelief at the call, but the Knights catch a break there. Fresh shot clock, and the Knights will set up the out-of-bounds play from the baseline once again. You got to think that neither of these teams, and now a steal from Thigpen. Thigpen gets it on the break, and he'll travel. Olivet continues to turn it over in inopportune moments. Calvin trails by 3, under 6 to play. Sheffers will bring it across the timeline. Haven't scored in a good bit here. Now Szymanski against Thigpen inside. And he gives him the shimmy and scores. Szymanski, the point guard, on Thigpen, one of the tallest players on Olivet's roster. He'll take him down low and get the Knights a bucket. Szymanski just so crafty. A lot of skills down there for the senior guard for Calvin. Derek Johnson a long 3. This one's off. Dane Voss rips the board, but he throws it away. Agakizi the other way, and he'll lay it in off glass. Great speed to finish that play for Uchenna Akakizi. That gives the Knights the lead once again, 67-66. A good answer there on a couple of quick scores for the Knights. Tuominen driving inside, and he scores, getting past Sheffers. Dre Tuominen beat him baseline. Olivet back on top. We got a good one here coming down the stretch. Inside, Szymanski against Thigpen again. The Knights like this matchup despite the size disadvantage. Now we get a foul on Thigpen. This is one of the most interesting coaching moves I've ever seen. We're going to take our point guard. We're going to go post him up one-on-one against your power forward. And we like that matchup. That's what Coach Stahl is saying right now. In 2 possessions in a row, it's worked. Szymanski is so quick with his moves down there. He's obviously not going to power him down. But Thigpen is kind of just waiting there to see what to block, and Szymanski is able to sneak around him with a lot of different activity and good footwork. Szymanski misses the first free throw, however. Leduc will enter. Robinette will as well. Sheffers comes out of the game. Leduc is senior with 3 fouls. And Szymanski ties it up with that free throw. Johnson trying to get past Akakizi. Kick out, Chris Martin. Good pump fake. And they'll free up Britton Angel for a 3. He's just short on that attempt. Brandon Paul with a good strong board. Like to see Calvin not fall for that pump fake from Chris Martin. A couple of steps behind the line. Good job by him, though, to free up some space. Brandon Paul now gets it in the lane. Trying to spin. Lays it up, no good. And Chris Martin with good defense there to get it back to the Comets. Angel to Martin, back to Angel. Trying to cut across the lane. Leduc got a hand on it. Now Angel on a 2-on-1. He'll kick to Robinette, but he travels. Another inopportune travel for the Comets. They're playing with great pace and great energy on the defensive end, but that pace is getting the better of them on a couple of possessions on the offensive end, just losing a little bit of that control they need and committing some costly turnovers. Still, they're right there, tied with the Knights, 68-68 after being down by 10 for much of the first half. Now Szymanski against Johnson in the post, no good. He was met by a lot of different defenders there in the post as he tried to shoot it. Johnson will bring it the other way. He swings a cross-court pass. Tuominen inside to Angel, and he'll lay it in. A good cut for the Comets. He lays it in, and the Comets now have a 2-point lead. We got 3 minutes and 17 seconds to play. We'll keep it right here. Olivet's turned it over 19 times. Calvin's turned it over 18 times. You can tell it's still the early season for both of these teams. However, Olivet really has played 5 games, so not the early season for them anymore. But they're playing with the energy that you need to get that first win of the season. And that's really made the difference here in the comeback in the second half. Britton Angel leads the way with 14 after that layup. Thad Szymanski has 15. Both teams depending on some balanced scoring to make it the rest of the way here. The main difference that you see is just the noise level. Calvin's bench right now kind of observing, cheering when appropriate. Seems like a bit of nerves over there. Olivet absolutely going for it. Guys jumping around at all points. Trying to keep everybody as engaged as possible and see what they can do down the stretch of this one. Calvin's going to need to scrap back from a 2-point deficit where it stands right now. It'll be Calvin basketball to begin here this stretch of the late game here. Szymanski. And we'll get a foul inside on Chris Martin. Has used a little too much body against Brandon Paul there. That's the 4th on Martin. Thigpen was out there for a moment, but it looks like he will re-enter, assuming that is for Chris Martin. Brandon Paul hits the first. Paul unable to hit the second. Kelvin continues to struggle from the line. 13 of 22 in this one. Robinette. Swing, Tuominen. Gets inside, absorbs a lot of contact, and that one will go against Paul. Brandon Paul, or no, they say that it's against Szymanski, I believe. No, they do put it against Brandon Paul. That will be all for Paul. Coach Saul used this opportunity to have a quick moment of direction for his players. Dre Tuominen will head to the line for the double bonus. 2 free throws on the way. Actually, no, I believe that's a single bonus. Yes, single bonus, so 1 in the bonus for Tuominen. It's Johnson, Angel, Tuominen, Robinette, and Voss on the floor for the Comets right now. It's Szymanski, Leduc, Sheffers, Minderhoud, and Catchy for the Knights. Tuominen hits the first. He gets them both, so that'll make it a 3-point game, advantage Comets. Sheffers from the wing, he has his 3-ball tipped. And now Olivet will hold it up top. The clock is the friend of the Comets now. Chenaghizi getting up on the bench, trying to bring some life from that side of the court for Calvin. 10 on the shot clock. Johnson now against Catchy. Long 3-ball, no good. And they'll call a foul on Leduc, as Voss was going for the board and Leduc undercut him from below. So Dane Voss will go to the line for 2. Or for 1 on the bonus, excuse me. Big free throw here for Dane Voss, chance to make it more than a 1-possession game. He misses it, and Catchy clears the board. Calvin needing points this possession. Szymanski off the screen from Catchy, kick out Minderhoud, thought about the 3, and he walked. A great closeout by Ryan Robinette. Got in the face of Nate Minderhoud, and that causes the turnover. Sheffers will now get up and press. 1:41 on the clock. Now Calvin will let the Comets walk it back up. Calvin needing a stop here. Angel on the wing, guarded by Catchy. They have Thigpen inside against Szymanski. Now they try to get it to him, but the pass is overthrown and it's out of bounds. It was the right idea from Tuominen. The Comets had the mismatch, but the turnover gives it back to the Knights with a chance to tie it up with a 3 or pull within 1 with a 2. Still 1:19 to play. No need to force a 3. Any basket is good. Calvin will take a timeout here to draw something up. Waning moments of this one, the Comets have come all the way back. They lead it 72-69. Once again, Calvin this weekend will be heading to Alma for a 3 o'clock tip. Calvin's women's basketball team, I believe, will get their season started. Let me check that. Quick a second. I believe their season opener will be this weekend at home here at the Vernord Arena against those same Alma Scots. And yes, it will be Saturday, January the 23rd. You can tune into that one right here on CalvinKnights.com, or the men's game from Alma. And then throughout the month of February, conference play will begin, and all these teams will be meeting each other again, but those matchups will have a little bit more weight. Taking a look at this one, it's still Angel with 14 and Szymanski with 15 leading the way for each team. As far as fouls go, Calvin has only committed 8, so they have 1 more to go before the double bonus. Olivet committed 10, so Calvin is in the double bonus. 1:13 to play, 3-point game. Sheffers is in the game with 4 fouls for the Knights. Voss is in the game with 4 fouls for the Comets. Sam Leduc in the game as well with 4 for the Knights. And Robinette also has 4 for the Comets. Now Szymanski goes up with a jumper and he's fouled. Tuminen caught reaching in on the jump shot, and Thad Szymanski will go to the line for 2. Tuminen, a bit of disbelief there. Big free throws for the senior. Thad hits the first. We'll see what kind of defense the Knights can cue up once Olivet gets the ball going the other way. 2-point game with 1 more free throw coming for Szymanski. Stopping a score could give the Knights the lead. Szymanski misses the second. So it remains a 2-point game. Calvin struggles from the free throw line continue. Agakizi is pressing up on Derek Johnson. Johnson gets past him. He shoots a floater in the lane. No good, and it's rebounded by Sheffers. An unnecessary quick shot there from Derek Johnson, and Sheffers will hand it off to Szymanski. 2-point game. Szymanski for 3 from the top of the key. No good. Katchy gets the board, and it'll stay right here. A foul on Britton Angel, the same undercut foul that was called on Leduc a moment earlier. Hargraves disappointed with that call. The tense moments continues. It'll be the double bonus here for Jordan Katchy. He gets 2 free throws from the line to tie it up. First is no good. 14 of 26. That's a 55% clip for the Knights. And the second one draws nothing. Katchy unable to hit on either of the free throws. Olivet with a chance, 36 seconds remaining in the game to chew up a lot of clock with a 2-point lead. Calvin will take a timeout here. Full timeout for the Knights. I'm not sure whether it was noticeable at halftime when we were having a discussion with Athletic Director Jim Timmer, but we mentioned that Olivet was picked to finish 6th, tied with Adrian in the conference this year. It goes Albion, Hope, Trine, Calvin, Alma, Olivet, Adrian, Kalamazoo. That's the preseason poll. But Olivet playing like a team who is motivated by that designation and believes that they belong higher up the rankings. And if they're able to bring this kind of defensive energy and compete and come back like this, they'll be a handful every single game they come out this year. Obviously, any sort of sport happening in these times is going to be unpredictable and difficult to really control if you're a team trying to lead a conference. You never know what team's missing what player, what extenuating circumstance might affect a game. So a conference that's already wide open, as Dr. Timmer mentioned, just becomes even more so with the uncertainties of this season. But if Olivet is a 6th place team, you're going to have to come ready to play every day in the MIAA this year. Lots of competitive fire from the Comets in this one, and that's led by their head coach, Sam Hargraves, who have showed just as much of the emotion as any of the players. And now a long pass to Thigpen. He goes the other way and he scores. Calvin caught sleeping. A great look there. Full court pass by Dre Tumanen. It's a 4-point game. What a full court throw by Dre Tumanen to set it up. Szymanski for 3 from the wing. No good. Agakizi with the board. Kicks to Szymanski. He'll reload. This one's no good. Agakizi again with a board, and he lays it in. 9 seconds remain. Calvin's got a foul. And Hargraves will take a timeout. Szymanski had a couple of good looks at it. Great rebounds by the freshman Agakizi to keep this one alive. Calvin will look to dial up the pressure now on the inbounds play from the Comets. So we'll look at a full reset here. Both teams in the double bonus with 10 fouls. Olivet leads at 74-72. 9.9 seconds remain. It'll be Olivet ball under the Calvin basket. They'll need to go the length of the court to bring it across the timeline. However, 10 seconds will not be an issue as there's only 9.9 seconds on the clock. As far as fouls, Calvin doesn't want it to be Leduc or Sheffers committing the foul. That would disqualify either of one of those two players. Robinette with 4 and Dane Voss with 4, the concerns there on the Olivet sideline. Olivet 0-4 looking for their first victory. Calvin 1-1 looking for their second victory. It was Calvin early. Olivet scrapping back there at the end of the first half. And at the beginning of the second half, Olivet immediately closed the gap and made it a close game. Just around 8 minutes to play in the second half, they were able to push to the lead, and they've held it since after a couple of exchanges. Olivet trying to inbound, and they're unable to do so. Calvin makes them burn a timeout. Good defense by the freshmen, by both freshmen Sheffers and Agakizi there to deny the inbounds pass. So we'll set it back up and do it over again. Olivet returns a big part of their scoring core from last year. And Calvin obviously trying to replace 3 excellent scorers from last year: Tony DeWitt, Alex Boss, Derek DeVries. So both of these teams really still trying to find themselves and find their roles. It's a common theme here in the early going of this season. When Calvin is on, and you could see it there in the first half, they're a pretty good basketball team, and they're able to control games against these MIAA opponents. At least that's what they've showed so far. But Olivet has shown that they have the same capability to bring the energy and compete with just about anybody when they're flying around defensively. Now Johnson gets it inbounds, and he's fouled immediately by Agakizi. So it'll be Derek Johnson, the leading scorer for the Comets, heading to the line for 2. If he gets them both, it's a 2-possession game. Actually, I believe it'll be 1 free throw in the bonus. So he has to make the first to get the opportunity for the second. Johnson from the stripe. Puts it up, and the free throw's no good. Sheffers pulls down the rebound with 7, 6, and 5. He lays it off for Szymanski, kicks it over Agakizi, 3, 2 seconds to go. Agakizi has to fire, and he hits it! Agakizi for the game! The freshman has done it, and they storm the court. The double pump 3-ball, Uchenna Agakizi, and that is all she wrote. You see the excitement from the Knights. The Comets in disbelief. What a shot from Uchenna Agakizi. And the Knights steal one in the late going. Unbelievable. He didn't realize the clock. He looked up, it was at 3. He got swarmed by 3 defender. Double pumped, he puts it in and wins the ball game for the Knights. What a shot. There's a stunned sense of disbelief here in the facility at the Vennord Arena. The Comets, what an incredible battle back there from Olivet to come all the way back from being down 10. You just can't ask any more effort-wise. Olivet absolutely brought it throughout the contest tonight. And somehow the Knights able to come away with the win off the huge shot from Uchenna Agakizi. Chen, as they call him on the Calvin side, showing the clutch gene early. Assistant coach Carlos Amaros Gutierrez pointing to the wrist, saying he's got ice in his veins. What a shot and what a win. That'll put the Knights to 2-1 on the year here, and Olivet drops to 0-5. Still a little bit sun for words, but we'll take a look at the final scoring tallies. We'll have a word with Coach Saul here after the game and after he talks to his team, and we'll get his reflection on what just transpired. Let's take a look at the scoring totals. Thad Szymanski led the way for the Knights with 16, and Uchenna Agakizi, the game winner, puts him to 15 points on the game. The freshman shooting 7 of 12 from the field. What a game for him. 12 for Jordan Catchy, 10 for Emmett Warners, 7 for Sheffers, 6 for Minderhoud, 5 for Leduc, and 4 for Brandon Paul. For the Comets, it was Thigpen and Angel leading the way with 14 apiece, then Derek Johnson with 10, Chris Martin with 9, Ryan Robinette with 8, Noah Wiswery with 7, Dre Tuminen with 6, Drew Moore with 4, and Dane Voss with 2. Calvin able to shoot at 40% from the field, 28 of 70. Olivet shot at 47%, 29 of 61. Calvin able to win the rebounding battle 48-38. And most importantly, able to score one more point than the Comets. I don't think the Knights were trying for a 3-point shot. With 8 seconds to go in the length of the floor, Sheffers pushed it ahead and handed it off to Szymanski, who immediately got a ball screen and was looking to attack and tie the game at 2, force it to an extra frame. However, the Comets forced Szymanski away from the basket, and he had to swing it over to Agakizi, who then held it there at the top of the key, not realizing the clock and the urgency for a couple of seconds. Then, like I said, when it hit 3, he had to go. He didn't make it any further than the 3-point line, but the double pump was good. And what a shot for your 3rd college game of your career. Uchenna Agakizi gives the Knights the win. Stick around. We'll have a word with Coach Saul after this. Again, the final score here from Vennord Arena in a thriller, 75-74. Calvin wins it over the Comets of Olivet. We'll have a word with Coach Saul in a moment. Well, welcome back inside the Van Ord Arena here after a thriller. Calvin wins at 75-74. We're here with head coach Bill Saul. Your thoughts after that exciting ending. What was the plan and how did it go down?
Well, that wasn't the plan, but hey, it worked out. So we'll take credit on that one. You know, learning lesson hopefully for lots of guys. I think, you know, after the Elma game, we relaxed a little bit. We kind of thought, you know, we're just going to go play, and this is physical MIAA basketball. And I thought Coach Hardgrave said I'm well prepared. Took away a lot of stuff that we tried to do. You know, struggled in some areas. The free throw line was really bad. You know, had to have a few guys step up. You know, at times the freshmen looked like freshmen, which is not too surprising. But kept on battling. I guess that's the one good thing about tonight. You know, never gave in, and even down, you know, we did the things necessary to get a win. But you know, tonight a lot of credit goes to Olivet because man, they really competed.
Yes.
I thought they played incredibly hard and really took an issue with us on the defensive end. We really struggled to be able to defend like I'd like to see us defend.
So in the first half, leading by 10, what do you think was the positives that led to that lead, and what do you think changed when Olivet brought it back to take the lead there in the second half?
Well, you know, I mean, we did some good things, you know, and obviously losing Emmett is a big thing. I mean, he's one of our better players, and you know, but the next guy up, and I just felt that compared to in the second half for a long period of time, right? We just didn't have a very good edge, and I thought Olivet had the edge from the emotion standpoint, from, you know, being able to be out there and be with what they had to have happen, and we didn't. But you know, resolve is a good thing, and we did have some great resolve as the game went along and grinded out a really tough dub.
You can take it and flip it around to have it backwards. The microphone's by your mouth.
Oh.
There you go. And looking forward, you play Alma another time, second time in 1 week this week. What do you think the key will be to repeat the success of this week? And what do you think the keys are moving forward to avoid pittering away a lead like that, like you did in the second half?
Look, we got to play smarter. There's no question about that. A lot of really bad offensive decisions and got away from our game plan on the defensive side of the ball. So, you know, it's good that we got 2 days of practice because we need it. We got to tighten some things up, and you know, this is the wacky world of basketball in a pandemic. You can see across the board scores where some team will beat a team, you know, by 20, 25, and suddenly go back the next game and lose by 10. So, you know, we've got to find that resolve in us.
And yeah, thank you very much for your time. We wish you the best there moving forward in the rest of this season.
Okay, thanks so much.
Final score here again from Calvin, 75-74. Calvin wins it on a thriller three-pointer from Uchenna Egakizi. Again, my name is Jeff Vanderplug signing off. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good night.